Welcome back to the channel, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Bobiddle, you out here? You out there in the woods? He's not, folks. He's not with us. He just got me, Ben Barber, here with you. And we are here once again with our friends of Auto Collection of Murfreesboro. Their info is on the screen. If you're interested in a car like this or any other random vehicle, used, new, whatever, they got it. So this specifically, I've never seen before. I've never been up close to one. This is the Porsche Taycan 4S. It's an all-electric vehicle, and it's a freaking rocket ship, guys. I mean, clearly they're coming after Tesla, but they missed a couple cues as far as I'm concerned about if they're trying to really hit Tesla where it counts. And I'm going to go over a couple of those things with you. But before we get too far along, I just have to mention, look at those wheels. Those wheels are awesome. Definitely an extra, I think like 5 or 6 grand. These are 21-inch wheels. You can only get them for this car. They look so much better. I really don't like the Turbo S wheels. That's my own opinion. These wheels look so much better. If I had the Turbo S or a Turbo or whatever, these are the wheels. If it's up to me, I love the look of these wheels. Okay, now beyond the wheels, again, this thing is electric, so we'll show you a couple of the electric bobbers. I'm pretty sure, like, if you slide your finger on this somehow, some way. Oh, it's on. I forgot to tell y'all. I left it on to keep the air conditioning on in there. And look, you can't hear anything. It's completely silent. But again, it is on. So I'll show y'all that when we get the vehicle turned back off. Okay, so here's the key. It's just like a normal Porsche key, I guess. It looks kind of like the car, kinda. Lock, unlock, and then front Frunk and rear Frunk. Let's bust out the front one here first, since that's where we are. We usually start at the rear of the vehicles. Oh wow, that badge. You don't see how nice that badge is? That's a really nice badge. Okay, so Frunk, first things first, that thing flew up. And it's not very flimsy. I was messing with a Tesla Model Y recently, and the hood was really flimsy, very surprising. But yeah, that's not what we're here to talk about today. This is a Taycan 4S. So you figure you could fit a couple carry-ons in there. Not a ton of room, but also, you know, you wouldn't have this if this thing actually had an engine. So it's nice that it's here. Push the trunk in the middle, or the frunk right in the middle, like just like the Porsches of old. One of the most sinister looking headlight packages I think available on the market, or daytime running light. Those look so cool. That front end looks so cool. Really, I mean, if you like the Tesla, folks, you'll love this thing. The way it looks is amazing. So glass roof, all the way glass. It's that tinted glass, so it doesn't cook you too much, which is nice. Oh, I don't want to lose that. Sorry, dropping key fob thingies. It wasn't the fob, it was just the number. But I've been yelled at before because I lost one of them, so I'm going to put that in my pocket and I'll be zipping that up. You can see it's got, like most Porsches, it's got a little PPF. You can kind of see the line there for rocks and chippings. Really small entryway. I'll show you all that here in a second. But let's get after this trunk space. Now this is where all the Teslas shine as far as I'm concerned. And this is where the Porsche is failing miserably. There's the Nashville Cars and Coffee bag. You can see it's taking up a fair amount of space. Now it does go fairly deep and the seats do go down, but man, there is not very much room in this. Clearly enough to take a road trip, but man, there's just not a ton of room. So you do have the charging thing that comes with it, the 12-volt bobber over there. I'm going to close this up and then reopen it so y'all can see. If you don't have the key out to press the button here, this is really far down, you can see, just above the license plate. This is the button that opens it, which is kind of weird. And maybe, I bet you, I'm gonna do it. Yep, it's like perfect height for you to bump your knee on that thing, which is really cool. I'm gonna do what I normally do and close it with my hand. No resistance at all in there, which is really nice. So active aero, that little thing right there does come up, that little wing there. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's get ourselves into the interior. Now this is a very tight cabin. I'm a bigger dude. I don't fit very well. Now once I got into the seat, just like most Porsches, once you get into the seat, it's comfortable and you just want to drive for hours. But until then, it's a weird entry. So this is super soft. I love the look and feel of this metal or whatever that is. Everything in here is really nice to the touch. Plenty of room in here to store some stuff, which is nice. Pretty heavily bolstered rear seat. And I'll put this down so you can see. Not too much slouching is needed, but it's kind of cockpity. You don't really have a center seat. So it's nice, well bolstered here and down here. Got your air right there, which is nice. No extra power outlets, doesn't look like, but you do have a nice little place to put your cell phone. Again, with the roof is glass, like all glass. Don't let it confuse you. It's all glass all the way around. All right, so since there is no startup procedure because it's electric, and folks, like I said earlier, it's already on, we'll move our way up to the front. Again, really nice door cards. I really like the look of this, really nice. Put my water in there on purpose so that you can see that there is a fair amount of room for a nice water bottle right there, which is nice and helpful. It's also a good spot to dump keys. So I'm going to do that right now. I shot 2 vehicles today, so I got 2 keys in my pocket. One thing that's a little different with Porsche on this specific vehicle, all the mirror controls are right here. I struggled to find them earlier, but once I did find them, I was good. Okay, so getting past that part of the door is legit tough. I definitely have to squeeze in. There's not a bunch of room, as you can see right here. But once I get my legs in, get this door closed. Once I get my legs in, it feels great. There's plenty of room. Just a weird little entry there for sure. Okay, so this is all foreign to me. I do know a little bit about it, but you are gonna have to bear with me because I'm learning as I go. First things first, very tiny little storage area, power outlets, all kinds of stuff in there. Got my cell phone here on purpose to show you guys that it sits nice in here. I like it in each one of those spots, and it's big enough. It's a legit cup holder. Let me just put it that way. Things that are very concerning about me, or to me, see these things? These are your vents. And you see how I'm trying to move it? Nothing. I got nothing. You can't move any of these vents. You have to go in to the air conditioning, which, oh, I missed it. You have to go into the air conditioning and kind of tell you, I don't know, this is stuff we're all used to doing and pressing a quick button and getting, or moving one of these. I'm not quite sure I appreciate how they did this specific vehicle. Oh, someone's texting. I'm not sure how they did this specific vehicle. Very interesting. It would take a little bit to learn this, I'll be honest. Now you can see it does have the tape is still, so like all of this still has the original tape on it. This is a 2020, so though it may be new, it's or may not be exactly new, they haven't ripped off anything on this dash. Now I need to get the steering wheel turned, so I'm going to put it into drive, and here is your drive selector. It's kind of weird. Up for reverse, down for drive. And now I can show you guys this screen, and it just wraps around. It's like a curve all the way around this way. Really, really cool looking. You know, G's are on the left. First of all, let's just get some of the numbers out of the way. This car does 0 to 60. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into park. But park is just a button you press. 0 to 60 in this thing is 3.4 seconds. I didn't go too far from the dealership, but I definitely got into this thing a little bit. This thing is so fast. One of the things I thought was pretty cool about the electric sport sound, you see that right there? It actually makes a cool electric noise when you drive. You can't really hear it when you're sitting still, but really, really cool functionality there. I really love that you can make it sound cool. Now in the driver's mode, just like most every other car now, you've got a hilarious amount of choices, whether it's the chassis or you can see the ride height, or there's so many. I'm not going to go through it all, but man, there's so many different ways you can make this thing feel the way you want it to feel. I don't like, see, those are those wheels that I was talking about right there. I don't like those wheels very much. But I love the screen. I love this curved dash. I know that this thing is really highly functional. You can change this and make it look however you want. The nav can be there. Again, folks, I'm not going to waste y'all's time and spend hours and hours and hours showing you. It's really cool that they have all these buttons here, quick and easy for you to use. Whether it's raise or lower the car, suspension, or traction control, it's all right there if you don't want to go through the system itself. And then as you get down here, this is pretty much where your battery and stuff, it shows you if you're, what is it? Oh, sorry. This is so confusing. So these are all like super haptic touch. You hear that? I'm sure you can hear that. Really kind of a cool functionality. Heated and cooled seats, which is nice. Let's show the backup cameras. There you can see there's all kinds of different ways to look at it. You can see, did y'all see that thing just morph? So that's showing like out the front of the car, and then you click on the backup camera or the rear camera, it shows you the same thing. The functionality on this is just crazy. See how that just morphed back out? So crazy. I'm not sure why we need this, folks, but there you go. You can see the right front, left front, right front, and then the rears. I mean, if you really need it, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's so much. Who needs that much? I mean, we're going to do the quick check, the blind spot check. I will turn the camera like it's, and that headrest does kind of come very directly in your view. So maybe it is nice to have some of these options. I personally am not the biggest fan of them. But, you know, with a completely electric car, I guess you kind of have to expect that all the things are going to be really cool. All of them. So this is what a Taycan is, folks. It's super high tech. It's got Porsche build quality that, I'll be honest, second to none. They really are champions in their own world. Now that they've broken out this new electric car, I mean, they're top notch. I mean, you know, it's so cool to see this, what feels and looks like a racing Porsche steering wheel, and we're in an electric vehicle, and a beautiful electric vehicle at that. Let's take a quick, oh, that is not what I thought it was. Let's take a quick spin, and we'll see if you guys can hear the noise. I know y'all can hear that. And it gets a little higher as you drive. That's the noise that I was talking about. Really, it's pretty dramatic, honestly. It's really cool. I really like that sound. I'm a huge fan of it. So, well, this is about all I got, folks. I'm gonna hop out of this thing and show you all one more quick look at it. If I can get out of this thing easily, it's actually easier to get out of than it is to get into. But I'll be honest, it's very much like a supercar. So it's kind of what you expect with supercars, is that they're hard to get in and out of. And this one is no different. So, well, there she is, folks. Again, Porsche Taycan. It's a 2020. And it's our friends at Auto Collection of Murfreesboro are the ones who let us borrow it. So their info's on the screen. If you need a ride like this, a truck or anything, hit them up. They're really good people to work with. We love working with them. Their info is on the screen. So this is all I got for you guys today. Really appreciate your time. Be sure to like and subscribe if you made it this far. For my man Bo Biddle, who could be climbing that tree over there, I am Ben Barber. We'll see you guys in the next video.